West 11 Sports Media proudly presents Littlefield High School Football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. Welcome to tonight's play-by-play broadcast. Our Littlefield Wildcats football coverage in 2025 is brought to you by the following Wildcats supporters: the Littlefield Independent School District, First Federal Bank Littlefield, Wildcat Laundry, Hillcrest Funeral Home, Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, and Wellington State Bank. Our title sponsors are Triple T Irrigation and Heffington Farms, the Lance Insurance Agency, and Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC County Electric Cooperative, Durable Bills, AAA Truck Federated Auto Parts, Energy Fitness, Fades and Foils by Amanda, Fibermax Cotton by BASF, Slate Group, and by First Baptist Church of Littlefield. We will visit with head coach and athletic director Bo Bryant right after these words from some of our supporters.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
At Littlefield ISD, we're not just upgrading facilities, we're creating opportunities, situation to develop and inspire every student as we embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic.
On your corner and in your, it's right here in Littlefield, Texas, home of the Fighting Wildcats. Come in and join the winning team and experience First Federal Bank hospitality today. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 494763. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West. Here in the pregame show as the Wildcats travel to Brownfield to play the Brownfield Cubs. We're joined here in the pregame by head coach and athletic director Bo Bryant. Coach, we appreciate you taking time to visit with us.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Well, Coach, I want to talk about Brownfield, but first let's recap last week's big win over the Memorial Panthers at home. The Wildcats come away with a win 42-, and kind of ran away with it in the fourth quarter. But overall, man, those kids from Memorial, all underclassmen, they came to play. They were plenty good, and I think we just wore them down.
Yeah, I think we did too. They were some good-looking kids. We came out early and jumped on them 14-0 real quick, and I think our kids kind of thought it was at halftime, and then, like you said, we pitched a shutout in the second half and played probably some of our best football all year in the second half of that ball game.
Yeah, I agree. We looked really good in the second. It was just a heck of an athlete, but you could kind of tell by the second half they didn't have anything much other than him as far as big playmaking capabilities. And our defense was just laying it to him all night long. Not just him, but we were playing a physical football game on the defensive side of the ball. And I think you just could kind of see in the second half we were just wearing them down. And it was one of those deals where they'd be good when they get into four, unless we try.
Kids as freshmen and sophomores, and like I said, they're going to be a physical team. We thought if we tempoed them and played like we could, that they something they hadn't seen before. Especially on a Friday night. So really proud of how our kids played, especially second half. And I think you're right. We just wore them down. Tempo got them. I thought we were way more physical in the second half. And I was really proud of our kids.
The game before against Abernathy, we had a whole bunch of penalties, and it seemed like we got most of that cleaned up too.
Yeah, we did. I think we can still do even better. We had a couple penalties there where that could be big turning points in games, especially when you get into district and playoffs when it's going to be tight games. So I think we can still clean that up a little bit, but yeah, we definitely got better this last week.
You know, Sammy, of course, the offense runs through him. He's our leading rusher and leading passer. And I said a couple of times on the broadcast, you know, we just either had some inaccurate throws or we had some miscommunication on routes. And I told Ryan, I said, we're running the ball so well right now that if we can get this passing game clicking, we're going to be a dangerous, dangerous offense. As many points as we put on the board already this season in each game, you know, once we get that passing game going with the way that we run and rotating our running backs and the way Sammy scrambles, we're going to be a hard offense to stop.
Yeah, no doubt. I love our offense, you know. How Coach Mitchell and those guys coach it up. I think they do a great job. And Sammy will just continue to get better and better. You know, we got to remember he's just a sophomore, and he makes a lot of great plays with his feet, but he weeks. And when we get that passing game going, we're going to be hard to stop.
And, you know, give credit to Blayton Solis. He had a great game running the football. It was exciting watching Blayton run. You know, you just, with the kids that we have back there, it might be Rojas, it might be Camacho, but Blayton had a really good game running the ball.
Yeah, he did. He runs really hard. I think he's got really good vision. He takes care of the football, and when he gets going, he's hard to stop. And, you know, the other night at halftime, I challenged our O-line and D-line and told them the game's going to be won and lost with them. And I thought our O-line came out and played really well in the second half, you know. And when you've got room to run the ball up in there, it makes the running back's job a lot easier.
And Memorial had some big old kids down there.
Yeah, they did. They had some big sophomores. Didn't look like sophomores, but had some big kids. And, you know, really every week when we face the opponents, they're bigger than we are. But really proud of our guys. They play really hard. They fire off the ball, and Coach Hood does a great job, him and Coach De La Cruz, with our O-line and our Ys.
You know what's funny is everybody we've played has been bigger than us up front, but we've won the battle at the line of scrimmage in every game that we played. And it's usually like, you know, like you look at the college level and the difference between teams that play for, you know, a national championship and the teams that don't get there usually is on the line. The difference is on the line. Everybody's got skill players. Everybody's got a quarterback. Everybody has, you know, defensive players in the secondary. But the teams that are great are teams with massive physical offensive lines. But in high school, it's a little bit different because, like you mentioned, we're not always the biggest. Usually we're going to be the smallest. But at least in the games we've played so far, we're the team that's wearing them down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think part of it's mentality. Our kids just expect to be more physical than the opponents. And then I think another part of it is just the physical conditioning shape that our kids are in. They do a lot of running during practice because of the offense that we run. And I think that helps us in games, especially in the second half. The other team gets tired, and our guys just keep going.
Yes, sir. Well, the Wildcats come away with a big win over Memorial. Littlefield sitting at 4-0, headed on the road for the first time in about a month. And we'll take on Brownfield tonight. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of your pregame. We'll talk about the Cubs and more about the Wildcats right after this.
Wildcat Laundry in Littlefield is a proud supporter of Littlefield High School athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats good luck in tonight's game. Wildcat Laundry is a clean, full-service laundromat with quality coin-operated washers and dryers for all your needs. Comforters too big for your home washer? Bring them to the Wildcat Laundry. Need to take care of several loads in a short time? Come to Wildcat Laundry, located at 901 Hall Avenue in Littlefield. Wildcat Laundry says go Cats.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, Gold Star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving Gold Star quality. Go Cats!
Here in Texas, tradition runs deep on the field and in our communities. For nearly 120 years, Wellington State Bank has stood by the citizens of Littlefield through tough times and touchdowns. From your first savings account to your game-winning business loan, we're here for every play. Wellington State Bank, your partners in progress in Wildcat Nation. Come see us today at 501 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Let's go Wildcats. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, visiting with head coach Bo Bryant. Coach, tonight the Wildcats take on the Brownfield Cubs. Cubs are struggling this year, but when Littlefield and Brownfield get together, it's always it's always a good game. They usually have a physical team. I remember a year or two ago they were really physical on defense. But, it's a team that has gone through some head coaches. They've had some program changes over the years, and, they're just struggling right now.
Yeah, they are. Like you said, they got a new football coach, so they're trying to learn some new stuff. And they're going to come out offensively and spread it out. They've got athletes like they always do, so they've got potential to make big plays if you allow them to. So, we can't come in, take them lightly. We got to be ready to go. We got to play our best game of the year, or they could sneak up on us.
When they have the ball, who are we going to look at individually? Anybody stand out on film to you?
Yeah, their quarterback, he's a pretty good player. They've got Trey Timmons, who was here, a few years ago. He's a really good player. They try to get him the ball out there at wide receiver. So those two guys are probably their two main go-tos.
What are we going to see from them defensively?
They'll be in an even front. They've got a really good linebacker, number 2. And then Trey, again, will turn around and he'll play on the defensive side, athletic in the secondary. So they've got some players out there. Like I said, the kids look at scores and it's hard to get them focused, but you have to preach all week that we have to come out and play our best game and not let this one slip up on us.
Yes, sir. How was the week of practice?
It was actually pretty good. I talked about it last week, after starting 3-0, trying to keep them focused, and these kids just show up. It's a great group of guys. They just show up every day and work, and it's fun out there in practice. It's not like having to pull teeth to get them to go. They just come out there and work hard.
How about injuries? I know we still have Nate and Zane out. Did we come out of the Memorial game pretty healthy?
Yeah, we did. Everybody else has been healthy. We still got those two guys out, and they're still getting good results from the doctors, so we're optimistic to get those guys hopefully for district.
Yes, sir. Well, the Wildcat season continues tonight, trying to go 5-0 against Brownfield, and to me it seems like one of those seasons where we're sitting at 4-0 right now, looking to try to go 5-0 tonight and hopefully go into district undefeated, but this is just kind of a nose to the grindstone kind of season, isn't it, right? It's like there's not a whole lot of fanfare, celebration. We're sitting here undefeated. The only close game we've had was in the first game against Lamesa, in Abernathy too, but for the most part. But this is kind of a blue-collar team. The feel to me feels like this is just a nose to the grindstone season. And we're just grinding out these wins and knocking them down one team at a time on our schedule. Does it feel that way to you?
Yeah, it does. We talk about how hard these kids play. It's not just on Friday night. It's all week. That they just give great effort. They work hard. They're humble. You see kids making plays out there and not getting up and celebrating, against the opponent. They play hard for each other. They're a close group. I think they all love each other. Great group of coaches, and so I keep telling them every week, just keep working hard, keep getting better, and the wins will come. So.
Yes, sir. And they are coming, and hopefully another one will come tonight. We send you all the best, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, thanks, Cody.
Yes, sir. Coach Bo Bryant here in the pregame. We'll be back with more Wildcats football right after this.
The Heffington family of Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation sends all the best to each member of the Littlefield Wildcats this season. Triple T Irrigation is an authorized TL irrigation systems dealer like no other. Hydrostatically powered TL systems are designed to deliver continuous movement to extend gearbox life. Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, proud supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. Football season is here, so take the winning drive to Bill Wells and score big. We have the largest inventory in Plainview, great financing options, and a team that will treat you like family. At Bill Wells, we are professional grade, and we want to be your car dealer for life. Click on BillWellsChevrolet.com or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in plain view.
Where your next car's in plain view.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, along with Ryan West here in the pregame, sitting on the roof on a windy September evening, the last Friday of September, and the Littlefield Wildcats are getting set to take on the Brownfield Cubs here on the roof. You ready for some football tonight, Ryan?
Oh, I'm always ready. I don't know if I'm ready for this wind up here, though.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it would die down a little bit, but we are sitting on the roof, and there's nothing to break the wind at all up here except maybe our binders. But the Wildcats are going to try to go 5-0 tonight against a Brownfield team that comes in at 0-4. And Brownfield has struggled so far this season, and they have, played quite a few teams out of our district. Their entire non-district schedule, of course, they're 3A Division I, but their schedule has been made up of teams out of our district, with the exception of Levelland. They lost to Muleshoe in the opening week, 42-12. They defeated, lost to Slayton, 62-7. They lost to Roosevelt 47-32. That's been their closest game. And then last week they were defeated by Levelland by a score of 50-0. The Wildcats come in, as we mentioned, with a record of 4-0. We beat Lamesa in a close game in the opener 49-47, then beat Denver City 34-14, defeated Abernathy 31-28, and last week beat Friendship Memorial by a score of 42-14. So, it's the Wildcats versus the Cubs tonight. We play each other just about every year. Sometimes we're in the same district. Most of the time we're not. But the thing is, this is a team that you can't really look at the record and take them easy because it is Brownfield. They're always talented. They always have great athletes. And you just can't take a team like this easy. If the boys are looking at the records, they're doing the wrong thing. They should. Coach Bryant said they had a good week of practice, and they should come out here tonight and play as hard as they can.
No, I completely agree with you, and that's a dangerous thing, record checking before you come into a game. You may think this team isn't that hot, or, whoa, we're just going to run over this team, and then they jump out on you first, and then before you know it, you're kind of falling behind. So we just need to jump out on them first. I know when we played Memorial last week, we were a little sluggish, but I think this game we're going to jump out on them first, and we're going to attack fast.
Yeah, I think so, too. I hope so, anyway. And we're just a few moments away from the opening kick here in Brownfield, sitting high atop the press box. Currently, the National Weather Service says we've got winds out of the southeast at 10 miles an hour. I think it's breezier than that. At least it feels that way up here.
I think it's just because we're higher up.
85 degrees with winds out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Humidity 27%. And it's going to be a clear night tonight. Beautiful night for football here once the sun goes down. It should cool off a little bit, but it's going to be a beautiful night for football here in Brownfield, Texas, as the Wildcats and the Cubs get ready to come out for this game here tonight. Let's take another break, and we'll be back with more of your pregame brought to you by the Littlefield ISD right after this.
needing a tow can ruin your day. Whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck, if you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit durablebuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
AAA Truck Federated Auto Parts isn't a chain store. It's locally owned by your neighbors who really care about you. John and Charlotte McBride and their staff are here to make sure you get the right part at the right price. In addition to quality federated parts, AAA also provides expert vehicle repair, offering oil changes for less money than out-of-town counterparts. Plus, brake jobs, air conditioner service, and more. There's no reason to go anywhere else for auto parts or auto repair. AAA Federated Auto Parts, located north of Littlefield on Highway 385, quality automotive parts and accessories, and Littlefield owned and operated.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, along with Ryan West, and the pregame show brought to you by the Littlefield ISD. Let's take a look at the starters for tonight's game for the Wildcats. First on defense, when Brownfield has the ball, the TNT anchoring the defensive line will be the nose guard, number 63, Diego Lepez. Your two tackles will be number 55, Uriel Ibarra on the left side, and number 64, AJ Cantu on the right side. That's your TNT. Your defensive ends are number 7, Jacob Silvas on the left side, and number 12, Sammy Signs as your right defensive end. Your linebacking core will be led by number 8, Ben Castillo. He's the leading tackler on the team. The Sam linebacker is number 32, Jonas Camacho. In the secondary for the Wildcats, on the corners, we have number 2, Gabe Mata, and number 3, Eddie Gomez, the other cornerback for the Wildcats. The safeties are number 1, Jaden Barrio at free safety, and your strong safety is number 6, Blayton Solis. When Littlefield has the ball tonight, we'll be led by the sophomore quarterback, number 12, Sammy Signs. In front of him will be number 50, CJ Weaver at center. The two offensive guards are number 62, Elijah Rodriguez on the right side, and number 54, James Lockridge on the left side. Your right tackle is number 55, Uriel Ibarra, and your left tackle will be number 51, Tate Clark. The running back tonight getting the start will be number 33, Daniel Rojas, and he'll be splitting time with Blayton Solis. Ben Castillo will get some carries, as well as Jonas Camacho. But it will be Rojas and Solis getting the bulk of the carries out of the backfield as the coin has been tossed. Littlefield, it looks like, has won the toss, and we will defer to the second half. Your starting wide receivers will be number 10, Jacob Fuentes, and number 2, Gabriel Mata, as well as the Z receiver, number 1, Jaden Barrio, and your tight end will be number 4, Cooper Price. When Littlefield has to punt, it'll be Jaden Barrio. When Littlefield has to kick, it'll be Jaden Barrio. When Littlefield has to return a punt, it'll be Jaden Barrio. And when Littlefield has to return a kick, your deep men will be Jaden Barrio
and Sammy Signs, and those are the starters for the Wildcats tonight. Littlefield dressed in their white helmets with white jerseys, maroon pants with maroon trim and numbers. Brownfield dressed in their black jerseys with black pants, red helmets with white and red trim and numbers for the Cubs. It's a little bit quiet out here today, Ryan.
It is. You know, you're kind of looking out, and you can see our stands, but they're so compact. But, like, this Brownfield crowd is pretty thin right now.
Yeah, and, you know, you're 0-4, and it just kind of is what it is. The Wildcats are averaging, or rather have scored so far this season, 155 points. We're averaging about, 40 points a game, almost 40 points a game, while we've only given up 103 points this year. As a defense. Wildcats are led in passing by Sammy Signs. He's completed 47 of 91 passes for 635 yards. He's got 6 touchdowns and thrown 4 interceptions. Sammy's also our leading rusher with 417 yards on 70 attempts this season. Behind him running the ball is Daniel Rojas, who has 207 yards, and then Blayton Solis with 175 yards, and that's the rushing attack for the Wildcats. A leading receiver is Jaden Barrio, who has 26 catches for 426 yards and 3 touchdowns so far. But last week against Memorial, Ryan, it was, you know, Jaden kind of had a quiet night for him. It was the Littlefield running game that kind of tore him apart.
Well, and that's the thing I think we're going to keep on seeing. You know, the more film that goes out and goes around, they're probably going to start double covering Jaden Barrio, so that's going to leave the run game open, especially with our dangerous trio of running backs. You know, we get 5 yards almost every play. Sometimes it gets shut down, but then when it does get shut down, we look to the right and we look for our receivers. If Jaden Barrio's still not open, we find somebody that's open in the flat, or we take a shot downfield, and it works out almost 75% of the time.
Against Memorial last week, we had 451 total yards, 297 on the ground, and 154 through the air. As the Wildcats have come out of their tunnel, the hurricane force winds continue up here on the press box, and it's really not hurricane force, it just feels that way. It is a windy day, and we apologize for the wind noise in the microphone. I double layered yours because yours is always the one that catches the wind, but I don't think there's anything we can do about either one of them tonight. Maybe it'll die down. In any case, Wildcats are on the field. The Cubs are in their end zone with their pregame prayer. And we'll have the national anthem here at the stadium while they play the Star Spangled Banner. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the opening kick right after this.
It's not about the halls you walk through. It's not about the walls that surrounded you. What lasts is the growth, the connection, memories, and traditions that shape who you become. Here we are because what matters most isn't what's new, it's what endures.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Hard work, honest living, and a family legacy make up the fabric of our ag communities. Conventional ag banking with handshakes is what First Federal Bank does best. We offer farm and ranch real estate financing, ag operating lines of credit, equipment financing, and more. Save money with low competitive operating rates and our long-term fixed-rate real estate options. Call 806-385-7511 or find us online at firstfedlfd.com.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back in to Brownfield, Texas, home of the Cubs, where the Wildcats are trying to go 5-0 tonight against a Brownfield team that's still looking for their first win of the season. Littlefield did win the coin toss prior to the game, and we elected to defer, so we'll be kicking it off to Brownfield to start the game. Cubs will get the ball to start things off. And the Littlefield Wildcats, 10 games in a row without a bye week. We get the bye week the final week of the season. Last year it was tough. This year it's going to be tough. 10 games in a row without a break, and the UIL put us in a 5-team district, so that only gives us 4 district games, and because of that, somebody had to get a bye. So there's a bye week for everybody in our district in district play. Ours, we drew the last straw.
We talked about that last year, and everybody's probably getting tired of me saying it 2 years in a row, but I personally recommend, I like that 10-week bye week, because if you make it to the playoffs, which, we don't really know, but there's a very likely chance, it gives you that rest before the playoffs. And sometimes teams come out cold, but you'd rather have it week 10 and, just be rested up so you have everybody back for the playoffs.
Absolutely. If you can make it through the grind, that bye week before bye district is a good thing. So here's the opening kick. We are underway here in Brownfield. It's a line drive taken at the 30-yard line. On the return, he'll carry it up to about the 35, and it'll be Brownfield ball there. 1st and 10 at their own 35. Jonas Camacho making the tackle there for the Wildcats. So here comes the Littlefield defense to start things off. I always have a saying, if you don't like the wind, you shouldn't live in West Texas.
You're not lying.
It's windy up here. Here we go. Cubs go out of the shotgun. Double slot formation. Now a man in motion. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off, and the Wildcats are all over him. And a great job on the first play of the game by the Littlefield defense.
Good job by A.J. Cantu. He saw the fake, saw that the running back still had the ball, and just blew up the play.
And A.J. has just really stood out on that defensive line this season. It's going to be a loss of yardage on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 13 here. Quarterback goes out of the shotgun, takes the snap, throws out in the flat, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
Good pressure by 55, Yuri Barra.
3rd and 12 for the Cubs.
3rd and about 13 for the Brownfield Cubs. Wildcats on defense to start this game. 11-17 left in the first quarter. Double slot formation. Brownfield in black, Littlefield in white. Shotgun. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. 3-step drop. Now he'll tuck it and run. He's got some room. He's to the 35, the 40, and he'll be upended at about the 42-yard line. That won't be enough for the 1st down. Needed to get to the 45.
Well, good job by Sammy, recognizing it back there in the secondary, coming up and making the play.
So that'll be 4th down and about 3, and the Cubs look like they'll bring out their punt team. Still waiting on the play from the sideline. Oh, they may be going for it here. Here's the snap. Yep, they're going. Looking to throw deep down the sideline. And it is broken up. Gabe Mata, the defender for the Wildcats, breaks it up, and the ball goes over on downs to Littlefield.
That was a great job by Gabe, not getting the pass interference, staying with him. He was in phase the whole way. He just read his eyes instead of going for the ball. That was a good breakup.
Yep.
And he's been really good at that since the start of the season.
Yeah, he has. And the intended receiver there, number 11 for Brownfield, that is Trey Timmons. And Coach Bryant mentioned him, that he's kind of their go-to guy. And he tried to high point the ball there, but good defense for Gabe. And now Littlefield gets the ball going the other way. It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats in Brownfield territory. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off. Leighton Solis cuts it inside across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. Now they'll say his knee touched at the 34. Here we go, tempo. 2nd down and 2.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Sammy signs the quarterback. Takes the snap, looking to throw. And it is too high for the intended receiver on that little bubble screen.
It actually looked when it came out of his hand that the wind took that one with it.
It's not that windy out here, but it feels really windy. 3rd down and 2. Here's the snap. They go to Solis. Right up the middle. Big hole blatant across the 25 to the 20 in the red zone to about the 17-yard line. Great job by the offensive line up front. He got right in behind C.J. Weaver, the center.
We'll set up a 1st down inside the Cup 20.
That's a First Federal Bank 1st down for the Wildcats. Here's the snap. Sammy fumbles the snap. He picks it up, and a whistle blows.
I think he had his knee on the ground when he picked it up.
His knee touched.
But yeah, going back to that offensive line, they're doing a great job, working the defensive line, making big holes, especially C.J. Weaver right now.
We're going to lose about 3 or 4 yards there. Puts us behind the sticks. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to blitz. Sammy will keep. He breaks a couple of tackles, and then he'll be brought down to the 19. Close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10.
Started with the tackle.
3rd down Wildcats. Sammy takes the snap, looks to throw, fires complete for the 1st down. Jaden Barrio spins out of 2 tackles. They can't get him down, and he is close to the goal line, and he'll be wrestled out of bounds at the 1. Great effort after the catch by Jaden Barrio.
You love to see it. Watch him try and fight for that touchdown.
So here we go, 1st and goal to go for the Wildcats. It's a First Federal Bank 1st down. Sammy takes the snap, hands it off. Solis looking for room, and that's a Heffington Farms Wildcats touchdown. Littlefield is on the board, 6-0 with 9:03 left in the 1st quarter of play.
I believe that was number 8, Ben Castillo. I know it's hard seeing the numbers.
My old eyes.
A good job by Ben Castillo. You got to love the formation, getting everybody packed into the box and driving in.
Castillo, the senior, gets himself a touchdown, and here's Barrio to try the extra point kick. And it is through the uprights. With 9 minutes and 3 seconds left in the Lance Insurance Agency 1st quarter, your score, Littlefield 7, Brownfield 0. We'll be back right after this.
Wildcat Laundry in Littlefield is a proud supporter of Littlefield High School athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats good luck in tonight's game. Wildcat Laundry is a clean, full-service laundromat with quality coin-operated washers and dryers for all your needs. Comforters too big for your home washer? Bring them to the Wildcat Laundry. Need to take care of several loads in a short time? Come to Wildcat Laundry, located at 901 Hall Avenue in Littlefield. Wildcat Laundry says go Cats.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West along with Ryan West. Olivia Seha on the camera tonight, back and looking better than ever. We're sitting up here in the wind, but the sun is starting to set, and it's a great night for football here in Brownfield. Wildcats' Jaden Barrio kicks it off short. It'll be picked up at the 36, and we'll hammer him after about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
I kind of like that call. It's not really like an onside. It's a little pooch kick, but what it does is it lingers in the air so long that it just allows our defense to get there and lay the wood.
So the Wildcats defense comes back out onto the field. Tonight, Littlefield playing football the way God intended. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you looked at Olivia, but no, I don't know what you're talking about.
On grass, man, on grass. We're not playing on plastic, we're playing on grass tonight. The only game of the season, we're on grass.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that one. That one went over my head.
So here we go, 1st and 10 Brownfield. Littlefield defense showing blitz. Silvas shot in from the left side, and they're going to swarm him under. Sammy Signs from the right side brings down the running back for a loss.
You got to like the safety blitz, getting Sammy Signs in there on some tackles.
They'll lose 6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 16. Or 5 yards, 2nd down and 15. Quarterback goes out of the shotgun. Double slot formation. Here's the snap. He throws a little quick pass to the outside. It's complete. Camacho runs him down and
slings him out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Camacho takes him out of bounds after a gain of 9.
See you trying to cover your mouthpiece over there, trying to block the wind.
Yeah, trying to stop the noise, but it's your mic that's making all the noise.
I don't know about that. You turned my volume all the way down a few times, and it's just as loud.
Y'all could hear Ryan talk a lot more if I didn't turn his mic down all the time. So here we go, 3rd down and 6. Here's the snap. He's got pressure, and oh my goodness. It was batted back at him.
4th down.
And was that Sammy once again?
That was Sammy and someone else on the left side. I didn't see who it was. If Sammy just would have thrown his arms down, it was weird. Like, I think he would have come up with the ball.
Yeah, it could have been a sack. The quarterback from Brownfield threw it just as Sammy was there. And kind of a weird play, but it's going to force a punt. Another 4th down here for the Cubs. 4th down and 6. Leighton Solis and Jaden Barrio standing around the 30. High snap, but the punter brings it down. It'll be a decent-looking punt. Takes a Brownfield roll to the 35, and it'll be down there at the 36. 8:09 left here in the Lance Insurance Agency first quarter. Wildcats lead this game 7-0.
We're looking good. I'm seeing a lot of good things.
So far, so good. Let's just keep it going. Wildcats offense comes out onto the field.
Very quiet over here. I'm used to the Littlefield crowd.
Yeah. Not a lot of people here for the Cubs, unfortunately. 1st and 10. Sammy takes the snap. He's going to run to his left, gets away, looking to throw, and he'll be knocked out of bounds for a loss. And started out kind of like it was an option play, like a true, not an RPO, but like a true option, as Camacho was kind of running out with him on the flare out here. But it's going to be 2nd and 13. Now they'll hand it off. Camacho right up the middle, and we've had more success running it right at him tonight so far than anything else.
Daniel Rojas with the carry. Estrada with the stop.
Is that Rojas or Camacho? Here's the snap.
Yeah, that's Daniel Rojas. I thought it was 32 as well. That's Jonas Camacho.
Coach Bryant needs to let me start picking the numbers for the kids. 6 and 8 look alike to me. 30. Big game. 1st down and then some. To the 32-yard line. It's a First Federal Bank 1st down. Wildcats right back to the line of scrimmage. Littlefield will check with a side, a fullback. Gabe Mata alone split. Here's the snap. To the line. Here we go. 2nd and 5. And he'll be wrapped up inside the 20.
Minute working so well, but the reason it also
1st and 10. Tackled at the 9, close to the 1st down. 2nd down and a yard, less than a yard. Here's the hand down.
That's the thing about our trio. You just hit them and they keep.
Snap gives it right back to Rojas, right at the heart of the Brownfield defense, and he'll be into the end zone. Will it stand? He was right on the line. Littlefield makes it 30. And right now, Wildcats football.
Littlefield provides great student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest.
Here's Wellington State Bank has Sting Business Loan. We're here at 501 Phelps Ave.
Welcome back in after the kickoff. It was a deep kick by Jaden Barrio, returned up to about the 32, 33-yard line by Silvas. Is a tackling son of a gun. He's, I believe, 2nd on the team in tackles behind Ben Castillo, but he's all over the place on special teams as well.
Yeah, he gets after it. You know, you got to admire him. Every play, it seems like he's in on it. Whether he's far away, he's sprinting to the ball.
1st and 10 for the Brownfield Cubs. They're right up the middle. Nothing doing.
And he just got Sammy unaccounted for. He ran it right up the middle. He's getting the snap counts down.
Number 5 will come in for the Brownfield Cubs, Asiel Morin. 2nd down. Here we go. Trips right. Quarterback, he'll tuck it and run. Taking it to the outside. Now he'll throw, and it falls incomplete. Threw it at the feet of the intended receiver.
Good job by the TNTC James Lock.
And every game so far this season have really controlled both lines of scrimmage, our offensive and defensive lines. And sometimes we don't get them like tonight, we're getting them early. Sometimes it takes a little while, but eventually we win that battle up front. It's just been that way through the first 5 games. 2 receivers on each side. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll run. Wildcats giving chase, and he'll get out of bounds before Sammy Signs gets to him.
You know, I got to talk about James Lockridge on that play. I don't know if you saw it. He just ran through 2 guys like they were nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a long night for the Cubs, I think. 3rd down and 3 now. They carried it up to the 41-yard line. Double slot formation. Play comes in from the sideline. Maybe a free play. They're going to throw deep. High pointed and caught and out of bounds at the 34-yard line to Timmons.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You know, that's the first time it seems like we've seen that. Not for us guys, but that's the first time it's actually ever gotten us offsides. We've seen it before. We just bid on this time.
Yeah, and that will be an offsides penalty on us that's declined. 14-0 is our score. Littlefield on top with 4:52 left. And the Lance Insurance Agency first quarter. And the Wildcats are going to burn a timeout here. So with a quick timeout, we'll take it with them. And we'll be back right after this from Heffington Farms.
The Heffington family of Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation sends all the best to each member of the Littlefield Wildcats this season. Triple T Irrigation is an authorized TL irrigation systems dealer like no other. Hydrostatically powered TL systems are designed to deliver continuous movement to extend gearbox life. Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, proud supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats.
Welcome back to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. Cody West, Ryan West, Olivia Seha on the camera. On the roof tonight. Quarterback goes out of the shotgun. It'll be 1st and 10 Cubs. They hand it off, trying to get to the edge. Nothing doing. Ben Castillo stretches it out to make the tackle.
You know, we're looking really good on defense.
Yeah, Brownfield is kind of stymied right now. They can't control the line of scrimmage, so running it straight at us is going to be tough. We're pretty quick to get to the outside with our linebackers. They're going to have a hard time moving the ball on us. That being said, they've got it in Littlefield territory here. 2nd down and about 14. Here's the snap. They're going to throw deep, going to the far side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that's, if they have a strength, it's going to be their speed and athleticism on the edge, like on the with the wide receivers. And right there, you saw it. He had to slide to the ground to make the catch, but it was in and out of his hands.
That being said, you know, number 3, Eddie Gomez on the other side, he's going to make adjustments to that. You got to see it first. So as the game goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts making mental adjustments.
Yeah, they've got some big, fast, athletic receivers. Here's the snap. Quarterback, 3-step drop. Now he'll tuck it and run. Now he throws complete to Timmons at the 25, and he'll be tackled there at about the 23-yard line. Gabe Mata makes the tackle. Brownfield on the move here. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Wildcats 23. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Quarterback out of the shotgun, trips on the right side, single receiver on the left. Here's the snap. They throw left, caught. And they may have found something here. That's going to be a 10-yard gain for a 1st down at the 14-yard line.
You know, he's just finding the little open spots out in the flats and the little, you know, in between the backers and Eddie over there, the corner. But I thought we had a good all-out blitz. He just got the ball out really quick.
1st and 10 for the Cubs at the Littlefield 14-yard line.
Shotgun trips right. They go right back to him. It's a short throw, just way underthrown, and it falls incomplete. Second down and 10.
You got Ben Castillo hobbling out.
That's not good.
Hope he's all right.
Number 52, Ivan Hernandez, comes in at linebacker. Ivan now in the middle of the Littlefield defense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pressure. Lets it fly to the end zone. Miscommunication on the routes. The two.
You know, we were in good coverage there. Honestly, I don't know if he comes up with that catch if they don't run into each other.
Maybe not. Yeah, two guys in the same place. The quarterback threw it, and one of them came away with it. 14-6 is the score now. Brownfield to try the extra point kick. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick, and it's good. First quarter, Littlefield leads this game 14-7. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. Football season is here, so take the winning drive to Bill Wells and score big. We have the largest inventory in Plainview, great financing options, and a team that will treat you like family. At Bill Wells, we are professional grade, and we want to be your car dealer for life. Click on BillWellsChevrolet.com or come see us at 501 South I-27.
Ruin your day. Whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football, where Brownfield looks like they've just recovered an onside kick. And they did. Jacob Silvas was there, but he couldn't get to it. He was just outnumbered, and they wrestled it away from him.
You know, that was just unfortunate. It came right into the hands of number 52, Ivan Hernandez, and number 7, Jacob Silvas, tried to fight for the ball. I honestly thought he had it for a minute, but you could see going back. Jacob just hammers on Ivan.
From the Wildcats 38.
Yeah, it's close. My bad. All right. Had a little camera difficulty there, and I apologize.
Had to stop talking for a second. You picked up your mic, it popped. I was like, ooh.
My bad.
Threw me off.
Keith and I used to have a saying, this ain't ESPN.
I can agree with you there.
So here we go. Second down and 6 for the Brownfield Cubs after they recovered that onside kick. They're going to get it out to the 30 and out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So after Littlefield jumps out quick on the Cubs, Brownfield now fighting back.
And I think, I was going to say this earlier, it just kind of seemed like we fell asleep a little bit. You know, we got the front three putting on an all-time blitz every single play. I don't know if you noticed we're blitzing almost every play, but it's just like the secondary kind of fell asleep a little bit, expecting the run and expecting them to get the quarterback.
So it's 1st and 10 for Brownfield. A minute 37 left here in the first quarter of play. Quarterback Bruno out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. He throws, has a man. Interference. Eddie Gomez wrapped him up, kind of slung him around before the ball got there. And right now, Brownfield just
utilizing their receivers, their athletic receivers out there. We're in man coverage. Gabe Mata and Eddie Gomez, they're kind of both on an island out there.
You know, that's just dangerous, especially on a one-on-one situation. If they run a seam route, you got to stay with them.
After the interference call, it'll make it 1st and 10 Brownfield at the Wildcats' 17-yard line.
Against the Wildcats.
No, they're going to move it even further to the 13. So 1st and 10 from the 13 for Brownfield. Bruno takes the snap, stands up, throws, has a man, Timmons over the middle, caught, touchdown. And Brownfield is a kick away from tying this football game.
And I think we figured out their strength right now is their receiver core.
Yeah, they've got some big athletic receivers. 14-13 Littlefield here with 1:17 left. And the Lance Insurance Agency first quarter. Kick is up. It's through the uprights. And we're tied up, believe it or not. 14-14. A lot of football left to play. Minute 17 left in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this.
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center. With affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts, Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit EnergyFitnessLFD.com for more information.
Introducing Fades and Foils by Amanda. Located inside JoJo's attic in Littlefield, Fades and Foils is your one-stop, full-service salon, specializing in men's and women's cuts and styling, balayage, color corrections, all-over color, and even waxing. Let Amanda rescue your hair. Open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6 and Saturday from 8 to 2. For an appointment, call 806-598-1988. That's 598-1988. Book now, because demand is high for Fades and Foils by Amanda.
After that pass attempt, oh, I'm sorry, 2nd and 5. They're going to move us forward. There's a flag on the play. Blayton Solis goes in motion. Sammy at the hard count. Brownfield doesn't bite. Blayton comes back to talk to Sammy.
Signs out of the shotgun, takes the snap, 2nd and 5. Here's the snap, Solis. Over the right side. Gains 3 or 4, maybe. It'll be 3rd and 1 to the ground for about a yard gain to the 47. Here's the snap, 2nd down and 9. Solis up the middle. So we were dominating the line of scrimmage early in the first quarter. Now as we wind it down in the first quarter, Brownfield's starting to use a little bit of that size against us. We've got to keep that tempo going. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. We've got a ball game here through one. 14-14 is our score. Littlefield Wildcats and the Brownfield Cubs are tied. And we'll be back right after this.
Every bag of FiberMax can flex technology. Through that. FiberMax cotton from BASF. Innovation in every bag. Always read and follow label directions.
Laptops and cameras and all that stuff.
You gotta love it. You gotta love technology.
I hate it.
Tractor-wise, but
I'm old and close. Cat Laundry sponsorship. Homecoming next week. 54 Wagley's will give you what you want. Solis.
Body reaching.
Wildcats to the line of scrimmage, double slot formation. Ball's on the left hash mark. Here's the snap. Sammy looking to throw. Swings it out complete. Underneath, it's going to be a nice gain across the 30 to about the 25-yard line. Gabe Mata, the receiver.
You got to love the explosiveness by Gabe.
1st and 10, another First Federal Bank first down. Here's the snap and a whistle. And a timeout taken. Timeout by the Cubs. It's a Bill Wells Chevrolet timeout. We'll take it with them, and we'll be back right after this.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Welcome back in Littlefield Wildcats football here in Brownfield, where we're tied 14-14. Here in the second quarter. 11:31 left here in the second quarter of play. Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 in Cubs territory. Sammy takes the snap. They'll hand it off, and he's hit in the backfield. And he'll lose a yard to the 26. Blayton Solis, the ball carrier. 2 receivers right, 1 on the left. Barrio and Fuentes. Now Solis goes in motion. Payan now in at tight end. Here's the snap. Sammy looking to throw. Has a man. It's Fuentes, but they close in and almost intercepted it. And I think Fuentes stripped it out to keep the Cubs from intercepting the ball.
Yeah, that was a good, receiver defensive play by Fuentes.
Yeah, you turn from receiver to defensive back on those plays. Third down and 11 now after the incompletion. Wildcats trying to get in their set. It'll be Barrio, Payan, and Solis trips right. Mata and Fuentes wide left. An empty backfield. We're going 5 wide. But not until the referee jogs over to the near sideline here.
Something happened on that last play.
Yeah, this is an official's timeout. And Littlefield, now we're going to get in a different formation.
But utilize it to your advantage.
Brownfield has 9. Well, now they'll shift, but they had 9 guys on the line of scrimmage. Sammy's going to keep. Not much running room there. He carries it to about the 22. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. And a whistle. And another timeout taken by the Cubs. It's another Bill Wells Chevrolet timeout. We'll take it with them, and we'll be back right after this from the Littlefield ISD.
At Littlefield ISD, we're not just upgrading facilities, we're creating opportunities, where students excel in dual credit courses, engage in effective vocational programs, and achieve associate's degrees upon graduation. Our staff brings real-world experience, guiding students to think critically and solve problems. Here we stand united in our mission to develop and inspire every student as we embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic.
Welcome back to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network and West 11 Sports. If you're watching on YouTube and you can't watch, you just need to listen, you can do that at littlefieldsports.com or west11sports.com. We have the live audio stream. 3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats. In Brownfield territory, empty backfield. Sammy looking to throw. Now he'll tuck it and run. Not a lot of running room as he carries it to about the 19. And it'll be 4th and 4 for the Wildcats. Penalty flag. Looks like a hold on us. That's no bueno.
No, our momentum just kind of stopped.
Man, we just came out letting them have it. They're going to decline that penalty. And I don't like the spot either. Okay, there it is. Ball's on the 19, so it's 4th and 4. We came out, just popped them in the mouth a couple times, and they fought back. So here we are, 4th down and 4 for the Wildcats. Sammy looking to throw. Has a man open, but it's inaccurate, and it's intercepted. Here come the Cubs after the interception. The tackle will be made at the 31-yard line, and Littlefield right now needs to get it together. Honestly, it's not as bad as it, I mean, it was 4th down. You don't get it. They get the ball anyway, but in any case.
It's just unfortunate. It was there. We were at the sticks, and the timing was just off. He threw it a little bit behind him. It hit Jacob right in the hands, and it went right into the hands of the defender.
Yeah. Receiver was open for the Wildcats. So it'll be 1st and 10, Brownfield coming the other way at their own 32-yard line. 10:06 left here in the Wildcat Laundry second quarter. Let's get a turnover. Let's get it back. Quarterback Bruno out of the shotgun, trips left. Here's the snap. He looks to throw right, has a man, but it's out in front of him and falls incomplete.
Number 11 for Brownfield's kind of their weapon right now.
Oh, yeah. Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. I was looking to see if they have their height and weight on the Brownfield roster, but they don't. But he looks big, tall, and fast. Second down and 10. Here's the snap. Bruno looking to throw. Complete on the edge. They have the first down. They'll break a tackle down the sideline and out of bounds. And we got toasted. It'll be 1st and 10, Brownfield in Littlefield territory at the 44-yard line. Wake up, Wildcats.
No, it was wide open, and you can see the cover kind of change. I don't know if we always play 2 safeties cover 2, but it kind of seems like we're playing zone now.
Yeah, we've shifted into a zone to see if we can kind of slow down this passing game. 1st and 10, Brownfield at the Wildcats 44 is the spot. Trips left. Here's the snap. Pressure. He breaks through, and he'll run, but we'll sling him out of bounds. Jonas Camacho will get credited for the tackle there. Was that AJ?
Yeah, that was AJ Cantu trying to grab him.
Yeah, AJ almost had him another sack. Ends up being a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 from the 43. Cubs with the football after the interception on 4th down. Quarterback takes the snap, swings it out, incomplete. Even if he made the catch, Jonas Camacho was going to light him up.
Yeah, and Jonas Camacho's a pretty big hitter. We got a few of those on this defense.
Yeah, we do. That pass was kind of at the receiver's feet. Didn't really have a chance at it. Incompletion stops the clock at 8:51. 8 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the Wildcat Laundry second quarter.
3rd down and 9 for the Cubs here. Quarterback takes the snap, looking to throw, pressure. Now he'll run. He's got some room. Oh, and he's clobbered at the 38-yard line. He won't get the first down, but Ivan Hernandez came up and leveled it.
Yeah, Ivan kind of took that one a little personal.
And it's going to be 4th down and 3. The Cubs are going for it. Let's stop them. Here we go. Double slot formation. Play comes in from the sideline. 4th and 3 for Brownfield. Bruno looks to pass, steps up, fires, and almost intercepted, but it falls incomplete. The incompletion gives us a few more yards than the interception would have, and it's Littlefield ball going the other way.
You know, that was a good attempt by Jaden Barrio. He was there. He just couldn't get his hand on the ball.
You know, if you're Jaden, you wanted that interception, but for field position purposes, it was better that it wasn't intercepted.
You know, maybe in his mind he knew that.
Maybe. First and 10, Littlefield now at our own 37-yard line. Let's go score. Tired of messing around with these guys. Here we go. Sammy signs out of the pistol. Now they'll move. The running back moves up beside him. Snap. Fakes to Rojas. Throws incomplete. Out there looking for Cooper Price. Price couldn't hang on to it. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Littlefield Wildcats here. Let's go. Sammy swings it out. Almost intercepted. That would have been a pick 6. The ball is on the near hash mark, and we're throwing a swing pass to the far side. That's with a fast secondary from Brownfield. That's dangerous, dangerous.
That was real dangerous. If you're going to run that play, you got to zip it in there as hard as you can.
I think he may have, but it's a long throw. So now it's 3rd and 10. Wildcats check with the sideline. Jaden Barrio all alone here on the near side. 2 receivers on the left. Here's the snap. Sammy's going to keep right up the middle. He's wrapped up and brought down at the 42, and that'll make it 4th and 5 for the Wildcats after a 5-yard gain. And we're going to go for it. What the heck? 7:47 left in the second quarter. 4th and 5. Thought maybe we're going to try to draw them off sides there, but check with the sideline. Cubs are showing blitz.
He's going to take the delay of game and punt.
We'll take a time. Yeah, it's a timeout. Bill Wells Chevrolet timeout for the Littlefield Wildcats. Tied at 14. Littlefield will have it 4th and 5 when we come back right after this.
On your corner and in your corner, headquartered in Littlefield, Texas since 1946, First Federal Bank is your hometown bank with hometown personalities. No name changes, no 1-800 numbers, no branches, just roots right here in Littlefield, Texas, home of the Fighting Wildcats. Come in and join the winning team and experience First Federal Bank hospitality today. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 494763.
Welcome back to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network, where the Wildcats will have it 4th and 5, and it looks like Jaden Barrio is coming on to punt.
You know, I like the decision to punt.
Yep.
Try and pin him deep.
It's going to be a long game. We still have a lot of football left to play. I'm old school, kind of maybe a little more conservative than I should be, but I don't know if it's really old school. Punt goes down to the 36, and it's down there, but my conservative nature, is like, don't go for 2 unless you have to. Don't go for it on 4th down unless you have to.
I get it. So what you like to do is you like to run and eat 5 yards, and then you wait for the play clock to get to 1, and then snap the ball, get another first down, wait for the play clock to go all the way down.
Yeah. If you can get 4 yards of play, you're good. Just move it down the field.
Have 30 minutes on offense.
Get 4 yards of play. Keep it between the hash marks. Maybe throw a pass once or twice to a tight end, never to a receiver. So here we go, 1st and 10, Brownfield after the Wildcats punt. Bruno, the quarterback, takes the snap, has time, throws over the middle. It is tipped and falls incomplete. Sammy Signs leveled the intended receiver there. That's like, oh, ribs? I think I'll take some of those.
Yeah.
He put his shoulder pads right in the ribs of the intended
You know that
receiver.
one hurt.
Well, he jumped high with his arms up to try to snag the ball out of the air, and it was a perfect target for Sammy there. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off. Not a lot of running room, and it'll be a loss of yardage on the play. And a great job by the Wildcats. A.J. Cantu in there was just working to beat his man and get to the ball carrier.
You know, we've seen that on every defensive drive that we go on. A.J. Cantu just consistently works and gets in the backfield.
That'll be a loss of 2, makes it 3rd down and 3rd and 12. From the 34. Snap, they'll swing it out. Complete. Oh, he gets to the edge, but the Wildcats are able to stretch it out there and tackle him at the 40-yard line. Looked like Gabe Mata. Or was that Eddie? Nope, Gabe on the far side. So 4th down and 6 now for Brownfield. The Littlefield defense holds them to a 3 and out. After the punt, we'll get the ball back. Under 6 minutes to go here in the Wildcat Laundry 2nd quarter. Punt almost blocked. Silvas almost got his hand on it. Short punt lands at the 40 and rolls to the 37.
You know, I'm not a big fan of those rugby kicks.
Why not?
I just don't like them.
I think, you know, sometimes you can just let the punter run, right? It's almost like it's like a rugby kick, but at the same time, it could be a rollout. He could throw it or run.
I mean, I get why
if you ever
you
want
do
to fake it.
I get why it's done, but
you still don't like it?
Just like your 5 yards a gain.
Here's a handoff up the middle. A nice little gain on 1st down for the Wildcats.
Sorry, 5 yards of play.
2nd down and 4 after a gain of 6. Here's the snap. Sammy will keep. He fumbles the football. And I think Brownfield has it.
You know, one of the Brownfield defenders just got his arm in there.
Yeah, they reach in and strip it out, and that's another Littlefield turnover. It'll be 1st and 10, Brownfield going the other way with 5:23 left here in the 2nd quarter. Ouch.
Yeah, that one's definitely going to hurt us.
1st and 10, Cubs at the Wildcats 42. We're not looking like us. We started the game really looking like us. Then halfway through the 1st quarter, we just stopped looking like us.
Went flat.
Yeah. You get up 14 zip and you think it's going to be easy, but there was a lot of football left to play, and now Brownfield with momentum. 1st and 10 Cubs. They're going to toss it, and Littlefield's all over him. And they'll get him down back at the 49, but they'll say he had forward progress to the 47.
Good cleanup tackle by 52, Ivan Hernandez.
And remember earlier you said Ben Castillo was kind of limping out of the game, and he hasn't been back in.
No, I didn't notice that, actually.
Yeah, Ben hasn't been in the game for a while here. Get my binoculars out, see what's happening over there. Second down and about 15. Here's the snap. It's high. He pulls it down. Quarterback rolling right. Looks to throw. Has a man. Oh, my goodness. A huge hit. Knocks the ball almost into the stands, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, Jaden Barrio had his eye on that one.
Barrio comes over and just levels the receiver.
He was coming with a kill shot, and you're right, it did knock that ball right out of his hands.
Man, I love that. Third down now. Third and long for the Cubs. 3rd and 15 at the Littlefield 47-yard line. Quarterback out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side. 3-step drop. Now he's flushed out, and he'll keep. And he'll be wrapped up and brought down after a gain of about 4. That was Blayton Solis on the tackle for the Wildcats. Now it's 4th and 12. They'll punt it away. Return men for the Wildcats are standing around the 10-yard line. Here's the snap, the punt, high and short. Lands at the 26, and it'll be down at the 25-yard line. All right. Let's go score.
Yeah, let's get it together. I agree with you. There's not an easier way to put it, but just get it together.
Sometimes it's hard, kind of once you lose that, the beginning of the game, adrenaline, and, you come out, you scored twice early, and you're leading the game 14-14, and then you lose whatever you had going. It's hard to get it back sometimes. Sometimes it takes till halftime to do it. So here we go, but a score here would go a long way. Remember, Littlefield gets the ball to start the second half. Quarterback out of the shotgun, Sammy Signs takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Solis up the middle, gets to the 30, and fights for a couple more yards. To the 32, maybe the 33.
And we were talking about going flat, but it's how this team responds is what's going to define them.
Yep. 2nd down and 2. Sammy will keep. Over the left tackle, gets the first down and then some. He's to the 45, and they'll sling him down to the 47, and that's a First Federal Bank first down. First and 10, Littlefield. They hand it off. Blayton Solis breaks a couple tackles, gets through. He's to the 40. Another big gain for Blayton Solis. He had a big game against Memorial last week, and he's running well tonight. Another First Federal Bank first down. Ball on the 38-yard line. Sammy, he'll keep right up the middle. Gets to the 35 to the 34-yard line. Gain of 4 makes it 2nd down and 6. Littlefield right back to the line. Sammy hands it off. Solis bangs his way to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. Right now, we're just giving them a heavy dose of power running. 3rd and 1. Cooper Price comes back in at tight end. Sammy takes the snap, hands it off Solis. This time 3 black jerseys in the backfield. And we'll lose 2.
I don't know if I'm just kind of seeing it, if they're kind of like jumping this count, but it kind of seems like they're jumping a little bit early. I don't know if they're crossing.
I was thinking that early in the game. It looked like they were coming off sides, but they weren't throwing the flags. 4th down and 4. Wildcats are going for it. Blayton Solis and Sammy Signs in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side stacked. And now Solis will move it to the slot on the left side. It's 5 receivers in an empty backfield. The snap, Sammy's going to keep. Up the middle, gets the first down, and then some to the 20, the 10. That's a Heffington Farms Wildcats touchdown. Sammy Signs with a 32-yard run.
Great run by Sammy Signs right up the middle. Good job by the offensive line pushing him around. I thought the referee in the middle was a Brownfield player. I got a little nervous. Just run him over. He's a part of the playing field.
20-14, Littlefield on top. A minute 41 left. Here's Jaden Barrio to kick the extra point, and it makes it through to make your score Littlefield 21, Brownfield 14, with a minute 41 left in the Wildcat Laundry second quarter. We'll be back with more Littlefield Wildcats football right after this.
Wildcat Laundry in Littlefield is a proud supporter of Littlefield High School athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats good luck in tonight's game. Wildcat Laundry is a clean, full-service laundromat with quality coin-operated washers and dryers for all your needs. Comforters too big for your home washer? Bring them to the Wildcat Laundry. Need to take care of several loads in a short time? Come to Wildcat Laundry, located at 901 Hall Avenue in Littlefield. Wildcat Laundry says go Cats.
Welcome back to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, along with Ryan West, and I got the score wrong on the scoreboard. Apologies for that. We've been the home team for 3 weeks in a row coming into tonight's game, and I marked the home score instead of the away score.
It's like I'm already homesick.
Yeah. I like being at home for football games. Here's the snap, or the kick rather. They're going to keep it on the ground. It'll be picked up and returned to about the 37, 38-yard line. Minute 36 left here in the Wildcat Laundry second quarter. Stick around for the halftime show. We'll look at some scores from all over West Texas. Ryan will talk a little college and NFL. We'll recap the first half as well. Halftime show tonight, which is brought to you by Wellington State Bank. Partners in progress. 1st and 10, Brownfield. I think they have one timeout remaining with a minute 36. Here's the snap. Bruno has time, throws deep, has a man over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jaden Barrio almost had him an interception there.
Yeah, he got up using those basketball skills.
2nd down and 10. It stops the clock at 1:31. Only 5 seconds tick off the clock on that play. Back to the line. 2 receivers on each side. It's a double slot. They'll swing it out to the left side. Complete. And a tackle made near the first down marker. 48-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Cubs. Gabe Mata on the tackle. Next play, 1st and 10. They throw to the sideline, caught. Tackle made at the 46. Gabe Mata once again on the tackle. This time they keep him in bounds and the clock is rolling down to 1:05.
You know, as the secondary, just be ready for them to take a shot. They're going hurry up. They're trying to score.
2nd and 4. Snap, they'll throw, complete. Wildcats are there. Short gain on the play. And again, they keep him in bounds. It'll be 3rd and 1. And now the Cubs, I believe this will be their final timeout of the half. Brownfield calls time with 35 seconds left here in the Wildcat Laundry second quarter. We'll take the timeout with them and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, Gold Star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving Gold Star quality. Go Cats!
Welcome back to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network and West 11 Sports. After the Brownfield timeout, they'll have it 3rd and 2 at the Littlefield 44 with 35 seconds left in the first half. They're going to throw deep down the sideline, incomplete. Even if he would have caught it, I think he would have been out of bounds.
I agree, but still good coverage by Gabriel Mata out there.
That'll bring up 4th down and 2 with 28 seconds left. Littlefield will get the ball to start the second half. We won the toss and deferred to the second half. Wildcats lead this game 21-14. Play comes in from the sideline for Brownfield. They'll go trips left, single receiver on the right, quarterback shotgun. And the snap goes over his head. He picks it up, breaks the tackle, throws, caught on the sideline and out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That was a heck of an athletic play by the Brownfield quarterback, Bruno. 1st and 10 Cubs at the Littlefield 39, 18 seconds left, and he'll spike it. They are out of timeouts.
Yeah, that was, you got to give credit where credit's due. That was a heck of a play, and we had A.J. Cantu back there again.
Yeah, that's a couple of times now that A.J.'s been there at the quarterback and just couldn't get him down. Quarterback out of the shotgun, 2nd and 10 after they spike it on 1st down. And another snap over his head. This time all he can do is fall on it way back at their own 44-yard line. And the clock will roll, and that'll take us to the half. They're going to try to line up, but they're not going to be able to get to the line in time to run a play. 3, 2, 1, and the buzzer sounds before the ball is snapped. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Your score, Littlefield 21, Brownfield 14 at the halftime break. We'll be back with your halftime show right after this.
Here in Texas, tradition runs deep on the field and in our communities. For nearly 120 years, Wellington State Bank has stood by the citizens of Littlefield through tough times and touchdowns. From your first savings account to your game-winning business loan, we're here for every play. Wellington State Bank, your partners in progress in Wildcat Nation. Come see us today at 501 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Let's go Wildcats. Member FDIC.
The Heffington family of Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation sends all the best to each member of the Littlefield Wildcats this season. Triple T Irrigation is an authorized TL irrigation systems dealer like no other. Hydrostatically powered TL systems are designed to deliver continuous movement to extend gearbox life. Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, proud supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers, 3 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. Football season is here, so take the winning drive to Bill Wells and score big. We have the largest inventory in Plainview, great financing options, and a team that will treat you like family. At Bill Wells, we are professional grade, and we want to be your car dealer for life. Click on BillWellsChevrolet.com or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in plain view.
Where your next car's in plain view.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network, where we are at the halftime break, brought to you by Wellington State Bank. We want to say thanks to Wellington State Bank for sponsoring our broadcasts here in 2025. Wildcats lead this game 21-14. Looked like we were going to run away with it early in the first quarter. Wildcats jumped out quick. We gave them the ball, held them. They have to punt. We go down and score. They get the ball back. We hold them. We go down and score. Just like that, it's 14-zip, Littlefield on top. And then all of a sudden, Brownfield decided they wanted to play football. and they come back and even the score after 2 quick touchdowns, 14 apiece, and that kind of stayed that way for a while until Littlefield scores late in the first half to make it 21-14. But I'll be honest with you, I thought we were going to come in here and blow them out, and Brownfield came to play.
Well, here's the thing. Coming from, players, and I get this 100% because everybody's guilty of it at one time. Whether you played football or you watch on TV or you just watch high to their place, you're like, oh, cakewalk.
Yeah.
And then kind of getting complacent. We start settling down. We start kind of just, we're not giving lack of effort. I think we're giving great effort all the way around. I'm seeing great things. It's not. So I think that we got a game. They do a great job at halftime getting everybody back together, getting everybody's heads back where they're supposed to be, focusing on your position to perfection. Nobody's perfect, but they want to blitz every single play. Like 95% of the time, they're throwing everybody at us. If we can just outrun them like we did with Blayton Solis that one time, and same with Sammy Signs right up the middle, which
in the formula for success, especially with their athletic players on the outside. And we'll see. We get the ball to start the second half of play. Ben Castillo came out with, I'm guessing, an injury, right? He came out of the game. He didn't come back in. I don't know if he's going to be out for the rest of the game or not. I would hate these seniors that got hurt in the first game, and Caston, that injury wasn't too bad. He just hasn't been back. So hopefully it's precautionary or whatever, but he's kind of one of the spark plugs that, I want to say they scored both their touchdowns after he came out. He's a leading tackler for our defense. He's in that position there at middle linebacker second half of play, but if we get the ball, we can score on that opening play. The thing that bothers, don't stop fighting.
I'm sure, and I'm sure their coaches are saying exactly what you said. We can play with these guys too. The record doesn't matter. We can come out and play.
Wildcats lead 21-14. The march, they're sounding better and better every week. We want to, of course, recognize the hard work and the dedication of each member of the Marching Cats, the band directors as well. Looking better, sounding better, and tonight here for the Brownfield crowd, they're doing a great job. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back to look at on college. We'll be back right after this.
Better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life. Or give David a call at 3-8 for you. The Lance Insurance Agency.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Board Big. We have the largest inventory in play, and we want to be your car dealer for life. Next car is in Plainview.
Where your next car's in Plainview.
Across the South Plains, they offer supporters of the Littlefield Wildcat. It's
Wildcats football, the halftime show brought halftime break. Let's take a look at some scores, high school football scores during the commercial break, and man, I got a little bit surprised by some of these scores. Lamesa beat Tulia 7 last night. Amarillo over and lost. It was 43-42. It was a 1-point loss for Midland to Inglewood, California, and they were like Dr.
Dre
from Compton. Let's take a look at some scores a little closer. Ropes over Forsan, 50 over Pecos, 40-3 at the halftime break. Monahans are tied at 8 at halftime in a low-scoring game. The Anton Bulldogs are leading Welch, 28-8. The Anton Bulldogs. Surprised as I was talking.
I've got a message from
22. The Plainview Bulldogs in the second quarter. Seagrain High, 28-0. Tascosa and Lubbock Coronado tied at 28 at the halftime break. Olton Mustangs dominating Vega tonight, and Smyer are tied. Idalou leading points there. Far was down last week to the halftime break. No game for the Slayton Tigers. Dimmitt Bobcats over Amarillo Highland Park, 28-14. Sudan over Plains, 35-6 at the half. Lubbock Christian, 14-0. Earth leads Happy, 40-6. 7 up north. NFL ranks, beating a good Wink team. Test for the Wildcats west of town on 54 in Littlefield at 28 over the Big Spring Steers. What else we got? Petersburg over Southland, 44-14 in 6-man action. So a lot of surprises there.
Lots.
Yeah, it's an interesting night.
Well, we'll start with the NFL game and his Cardinals, and before he kicked, anytime a kicker's in junior, it was looking 8-ranked Florida State losing. They come out, throttle Alabama. Alabama fans were shocked. And now the Florida State Indians are losing to
they're the Seminoles.
Seminoles. There you go. They're losing to Virginia. Other games going on tonight. You got the 24-ranked TCU and some Big 12 action playing Arizona State. That game's got 6 minutes left in the first quarter, and it is 0-0. And then tonight, way late, if you want to watch some college football on a Friday night and your team's almost over, you can watch the Houston-Oregon State game. Tech is going to take on Houston next week with their old Oilers jerseys. I don't know if anybody's seen them, but they're kind of like that blue, old Oiler.
The Love You Blue.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not a Houston Cougars fan at all, but I like them throwback Houston Oilers colors, and kind of takes me back.
Takes you back?
Takes me back to my childhood.
The Oilers were
when the Oilers were my second favorite team.
All right, so we got a good week of college football. I mean, there's a few teams that I'm going to miss. Tech, obviously, in their bye week. I'm pretty sure Texas is also in their bye week. There's a few bye weeks going on, but it's still a great week for college football. Number 16, Georgia Tech is taking on Wake Forest. Georgia Tech is 4-0. You got 21 and 23. 21 USC taking on 23 Illinois. USC is 4-0 as well. 22 Notre Dame, who we talked about this during the ranking. I personally, and the same with you, do not agree that Notre Dame should be ranked right now.
I'm sick and tired of them being ranked. They're not very good.
They should not be ranked. I agree with you there. They're going to take on Arkansas. Notre Dame is 1-2, by the way, and they're ranked 22. You got Vanderbilt, number 18, taking on Utah State. Vanderbilt's making noise in the SEC is what I've heard. You know, their players got their mouths running. They got a seventh-year senior trying to go. Seventh-year senior quarterback. You got the number 1 Ohio State taking on Washington. Washington is also 3-0 as well as Ohio State. LSU, here's another good one in the SEC. LSU's taking on Ole Miss, both 4-0. LSU's 4, Ole Miss 13. Texas A&M and Auburn. Texas A&M 3-0, number 9. Auburn 3-1. You got 11 Indiana playing Iowa. Indiana's 4-0. There's a lot of 4-0 teams right now.
Yeah, because nobody plays anybody in non-conference.
No, I agree, but still. Lots of 4-0 teams. Tennessee, number 15, playing Mississippi State. Arizona playing Iowa State, number 14 ranked Iowa State. Here's a good one, Oregon and Penn State, some Big Ten action. Number 6 Oregon's taking on the number 3 Penn State. Oregon's 4-0, Penn State's 3-0. Here's one that I'm going to be tuning into later tomorrow night. Number 17 Alabama going to take on number 5 Georgia. Who you got in that one?
Can they both lose?
I remember you said you don't want any of them to lose. You want there to be a tie. Let's draw.
Maybe one of them will forfeit. They don't even have to play. I guess Georgia. I think was it me and you talking about that? How there's no team I would root for Alabama if they were playing.
Yes.
And Georgia, like the only team I would root for them if they were playing would be Alabama.
So
that's just kind of how I feel. I guess Georgia.
Just tie. You're going to take Georgia. I'm going to take
Georgia.
Alabama.
I cannot root.
Who wins? You got number 20 Mizzou taking on UMass. UMass is 0-3 and Mizzou's 4-0. And then at the very bottom, some Big 12 action. BYU 3-0 taking.
That TCU game comes out tonight. That's Arizona State, right? TCU and Arizona State?
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be. If TCU beats Arizona State tonight, I'm already making plans for Tech versus TCU in the Big 12 championship.
I agree.
Anybody can slip up, and it usually happens. It's unpredictable. That's why they play the games. But I'm really, really hoping it's Tech and TCU in the Big 12 championship.
If it's Tech and TCU playing at Jones AT&T, like it's going to be nuts.
Not Jones AT&T.
I'm sorry.
It would be awesome if it was at Jones AT&T.
I'm sorry. In Arlington where the Cowboys play.
Yeah.
I've been to so many Tech games, I started calling it Jones AT&T Stadium. I've completely watching the Cowboys. Like I'm done with that.
Are you?
Yeah, I can't after that Chicago loss. But that's why I was calling it that, because I was thinking of Tech. And
welcome to the club.
Getting rid of Dallas, trying to put them to the back of my mind. But no, playing down there or up there, would that be up there?
Yeah, I would love to see Tech and TCU play for the Big 12 championship. That's what I want for Christmas.
Maybe you'll get it.
And I'm going. If Tech makes it, I'm going no matter what. That being said, if it's Tech and TCU, I might not pay the electric bill that month just to buy some tickets.
You're really going.
Yeah. Bills may not, who knows? Might get the water shut off that month.
may not be a West 11 sports stream that next week. Or when are the football may be done.
I'll go sell my broadcast equipment for tickets.
No 2026, 2027 Wildcat stream.
Wildcats and the Cubs are back out on the field. Littlefield leads this game 21-14. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back for the second half kick. Littlefield gets the ball. Wellington State Bank proudly brings the halftime show to you. We'll be back right after this.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West along with Ryan West, where the Wildcats lead this game 21-14 as we start the third quarter of play. Littlefield Wildcats will get the kick. Brownfield has already recovered an onside kick in this game. We can't let them do that again. There's the kick. Going to keep it on the ground. This time the Wildcats get on top of it at the 40-yard line. Sammy Signs covers it up.
Oh, playing over there by the track.
Good. I like to see that. 1st and 10, Littlefield. Sammy will keep right up the middle, and he will be brought down at the 43, but they got him down by the face mask.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty obvious.
Yeah. 2 flags, 2 different officials threw the flag. Brownfield coaches are lobbying, saying it wasn't the face mask, that they just kind of had him around the helmet, but we'll take it. Concession stand. Where's Ray Vargas with football at the 42-yard line? Olivia just showed up with a giant cob of corn. Here's Jonas Camacho, big hole. He's to the 30, pushes his way to the 25-yard line in a big pile, and that's a big gain of about 16 or 17 yards for Jonas Camacho.
Secret weapon, Jonas Camacho coming in as the run.
Going to get him to start here in the second half. Jonas heads to the 5 or 6 on the play. Littlefield right back to the line of scrimmage. Here we go, 2nd and a long 4. Signs out of the shotgun. Sammy will keep right up the middle. Over the edge. He'll get the first down and will be pushed back at the 11 or 12-yard line. It's our first Federal Bank first down for the Wildcats.
You know, they're
10 from the try to help, and he won't get there, but it'll be 1st and goal to go from the 1 or maybe the 2. Another First Federal Bank first down. Littlefield on the move here, knocking on the door. The push into the end zone, but there's a flag on the play. False start against the Wildcats. Here's slow to get up down there. 1 for each team in the end zone, and that was a giant pile of teenagers.
Yeah, and you know it. You're at the bottom of that pile, and I always talk to you about this. You know, everybody's weight. We talk about it during college, but it's in high school too, and that was James Lockridge getting up. Good for him.
Yeah, he's going to head back to the Littlefield sideline.
But, you know, we were talking about being at the bottom of the pile, and you got hundreds and hundreds of pounds, you know, like 180, 150, 160, 200, 210, and you're at the very bottom of that thing. Like,
it adds up.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they don't play fair under there either.
No.
Some guys come out of the bottom of the pile with twisted ankles that they didn't have when they got in the pile.
Yeah.
Twisted other things.
That's not very fun.
Pinky fingers and whatnot. There's an injury timeout right now. 10 minutes and 42 seconds left here in the third quarter of play, the Continental Dairy Facilities third quarter. And this Brownfield player will now get up. Looks like a lower leg injury. while they escort him off the field, he's a big lineman. Littlefield will have the ball first and goal to go from after the penalty. Sammy Signs goes out of the shotgun and we're ready. Here's the snap. Sammy will. That'll make hit and pushes across the 5 to the 4. Tough sledding right now in the last couple of plays. The snap, they go right back to Camacho up the middle. Flag on the play. Is it against us or them?
One of the Brownfield defenders were in the area right in front of the ref when the flag came out.
Touchdown is good. It's a Heffington Farms Wildcats touchdown. Defensive holding.
Well, that works in our favor.
Jaden Barrio. Kick is up. And it is good. And Littlefield does 9:55 left in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. Shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Them find the best cats and lady cats in all that they do.
5 to the 30 and out of bounds there.
Going back to number 7, Jacob Silvas, he's all over the place, especially I've noticed on kickoff. He's always on kickoff on where the ball is.
Yeah, he's a heck of a special teams player. Good defensive player as well, Jacob Silvas.
So let me ask you this. How's that corn since Ray Vargas isn't here?
I took a bite during the last commercial break, and I'll be honest with you, it could be a little sweeter.
Well, I was just laughing because I was watching the play, and I looked down. There's a corn sitting right on my playbook.
Olivia brought us all some corn. I'm gonna have to save it for later. It'll be 1st and 10 Brownfield after the Littlefield kickoff. Oh, they had the wrong ball in there.
That's twice that's happened this game.
Trips on the right side, single receiver on the left. Here's the snap. Quarterback Bruno looks to throw, has Timmons on the slant, and Blayton Solis breaks it up.
Good job by Blayton getting his hand in there.
Ball falls incomplete, 2nd down and 10. First possession of the second half for Brownfield. Ben Castillo is without his shoulder pads on the far sideline, so he's out for the rest of the game. Ivan Hernandez now at middle linebacker. Second and 10 Cubs, trips right. The snap, pressure. He's hit as he throws, and it is intercepted. It was tipped and picked off. Gabe Mata comes up with the interception.
Talk about a heads-up play on the tip drill.
He had to dive under it to make the interception, and the quarterback was hit as he threw, and Littlefield's defense comes up with a turnover. Big play for the defense here early in the second half.
That was a huge play, and just like we talked about at halftime, making adjustments, getting your head back into the game. Looks like we're starting.
9:39 left in the third quarter. Wildcats offense comes back out onto the field. Let's go score again. Sammy Signs out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, swings it out. Too high for the intended receiver out there, Fuentes. Falls incomplete, and it'll look like he was able to catch it there, but it was just a little too high for him. He couldn't pull it down. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Sammy hands it off. Solis up the middle. He's got a nice hole and carries it to about the 26-yard line.
Good job by James Lockridge getting in front of him, being a lead block.
There's going to be another Brownfield player down. Brownfield defensive player slow to get up. while they check him out, we're going to take another timeout. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. Football season is here, so take the winning drive to Bill Wells and score big. We have the largest inventory in Plainview, great financing options, and a team that will treat you like family. At Bill Wells, we are professional grade, and we want to be your car dealer for life. Click on BillWellsChevrolet.com or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in plain view.
Where your next car's in plain view.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football. After the injury timeout, Littlefield will have it 3rd and 1 at the Brownfield 26-yard line. Sammy gets under center. The Wildcats will try to push their way to the first down, and they do. The pile finally stops. They ended up only being about a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a First Federal Bank first down for the Wildcats.
We've mentioned it before, but I like seeing them get under center on short yardage.
Yeah, I do too.
Plays.
1st and 10, Littlefield. Signs. Out of the shotgun. Oh, he's going to get sacked. He stood in the pocket a little too long and pays the price, and I believe that's the first sack of the night for the Brownfield defense.
Yeah, you kind of see that one developing. Trying to look for an open receiver, and it just collapsed.
We'll lose 5 yards, 2nd down and 15. Here's the snap. They'll swing it out, incomplete. And we just haven't been able to connect on that swing pass to the outside. 3rd and 15. Sammy takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires. Complete at the 21, but that only gets us about 6 yards, and we needed 15.
It's also a flag.
Uh-oh. Let's not start this again.
Who did we play that week?
Lamesa. No. Abernathy.
The Abernathy game, that's right.
There's a flag on every other play. There's a holding call against us. That'll push us back 10 yards. Now it's 3rd and about 25. Trips left, 2 receivers right, empty backfield. Sammy looks to throw. Now he'll run, and he lets it fly. Complete, a broken tackle to the 31. On 3rd and 25, we get about 7.
Remember you were talking about playing on grass?
Yeah.
Pretty slippery.
Come on. Everybody's playing on the same grass. We're going forward on 4th and 20. 4th and 19 maybe. Empty backfield, trips left, 2 receivers on the right. Barrio and Price on the right side. Mata, Fuentes, and Solis on the left. And a whistle and a timeout. It's a Bill Wells Chevrolet timeout taken by the Littlefield Wildcats. And we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this from Always Towing.
Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back in after the Littlefield timeout. We're going forward on 4th and about 20. Sammy takes the snap, looking to throw. Pressure. He scrambles, and they're going to swarm him under. He throws, interception. He threw it as he was going down and throws the pick, and didn't matter. It would have been their ball anyway.
I like the decision. I like what he saw, because I don't know if you saw that out there. Jaden Barrio was open, but when he was going down, he just didn't put enough air on it. And he had the defender standing right in his face.
Yeah, he wasn't able to just our offensive line wasn't able to give him the protection that he needed to make the throw and try to make something happen with his feet, which is his strength. And the ball goes over to the Cubs after the interception. It'll be 1st and 10 Brownfield at their own 29-yard line. Littlefield on top, 28-14. Here's a handoff right up the middle. Wildcats are there to bring him down. Jacob Silvas leading the way. Gain of about 7. Makes it 2nd down and 3 to the 36-yard line. Let's go defense. Quarterback takes the snap, looking to throw. He'll scramble right, flag on the play. He throws, complete at the 50-yard line. Tackle is made by Jaden Barrio, but I think it's coming back.
I agree. Yeah, number 64, A.J. Cantu, just kind of spinning him around.
Yeah, a holding call against the Cubs. Littlefield Wildcats lead by 2 scores, but it's been a tough game.
I would completely agree with you.
And it's been tough. So after the holding call, they'll put them all the way back to the 26. And that will make it 2nd down and about 14. Play finally comes in from the sideline. Here's the snap. Quarterback steps up, and he'll be brought down. The ball is loose, and Littlefield will get on it. Number 64, A.J. Cantu, made the tackle, forced the ball to come out, and the Wildcats pounce on top of it.
You know, we were just waiting for him to get his big one. He's gotten back there numerous times. Just this time he finally got back there and got the ball out.
Quarterback's going to be slow to get up for the Brownfield Cubs. Littlefield will have the ball after the fumble. It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats at the Brownfield 31-yard line. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest brings you the 3rd quarter of our broadcast tonight. He's going to be helped up. This is the 3rd or 4th Brownfield player that's been shaken up tonight.
No, it's just those big piles that we have. Get a leg. Remember we were talking about legs and stuff, and sometimes you don't even get them twisted, like they just fall on your leg or.
Yeah, it happens. So here come the Cats. This looks like Rojas is back in now at running back. Sammy Signs and Rojas in the backfield. Here's the snap. They'll throw in and out of the hands of Fuentes. He was open. Nice throw. He just couldn't hang on to it.
You know, Fuentes has had a quiet little night.
Yeah, he got moved up from the JV as a freshman a few weeks ago, and he's had a couple of big games, but tonight he's struggled. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Rojas breaks the tackle, gets to the 25. A nice gain on 2nd down for Daniel Rojas.
It's the fresh legs.
Yeah, I really enjoy our running back rotation this year. Here's the snap. This time, nothing doing. They swarm him under. We're going to lose yards.
Well, it was an edge blitz, and it got him by the leg right in the backfield. Everybody else just kind of came and cleaned him up.
So 4th and 6, we're going for it. Wildcats check with the sideline. Barrio is all alone here on the near side. Mata and Fuentes, the 2 receivers on the right. Here's the snap. Sammy looking to throw, looking for Jaden. He'll pump fake. Now he'll run. Sammy, just keep it and go. He gets to the 20, and he'll be tackled at about the 17-yard line, which will be close to the first down. Didn't get it. Flag on the play.
I think that one's coming back. Number 62, Elijah Rodriguez just pancaked the kid.
Man, there's another Brownfield player shaking up. Yeah, it's going to be holding against us. That'll push us back. So I think Sammy had enough for the first down there. But another injured Brownfield player. That's several of them tonight for the Cubs that have been slow to get up after a play. .509 left here in the third quarter of play. It's going to be a late night. It's coming up on 9 o'clock. We still have a lot of football left to play here. So 4th and long for Littlefield. Solis comes into the game as Rojas checks out. Double slot formation. Sammy and Blayton in the backfield. Here's the snap. Sammy looks to throw, has a little time, dumps it off underneath. No, I mean, he was looking for Solis, but it wasn't a catchable ball. Nobody could have caught it.
Yeah, no, that was just miscommunication. It seems like that, it's happens quite a bit. Some miscommunication.
Yeah, or just an errant throw, but the ball goes over on downs, and it will be Brownfield ball, so bring the defense back out and let's stop them again. 4 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Cubs, looks like they've got a new quarterback. As Bruno, their starter, is over here on the bench getting his ankle taped up. There's a flag and a false start on Brownfield. I think their quarterback's going to try to go back in. They're taping up his ankle here on the near sideline. So the false start will push them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 now. Quarterback out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll sprint right. Wildcats going to try to chase him down. They string it out to the sideline and will get him down at the 36-yard line. Good job in pursuit by the Littlefield defense. He gains about 4. It'll make it 2nd down and 11.
That's what I like the most about our defense is that everybody flies to the football.
Second down and 11 for the Cubs. And with their backup quarterback in now, I think we're going to see a whole lot of running. Snap. He's going to keep. Nowhere to go. Littlefield's all over him. That's going to be a big loss. Leading the way for the Wildcats was number 64, A.J. Cantu.
We've just called his name all night.
I'll say his forward progress got him to the 31. 3rd and about 16. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Snap. He throws in and out of the hands of the receiver, and now it'll be 4th and 16. And they'll have to punt it away, so the defense holds them once again. Blayton Solis and Jaden Barrio drop back to return the punt. 3:29 left here in the third quarter. Punter is standing at about the 18-yard line. There's the snap. Kick is a line drive. Lands at the 40, and it'll be down to there. So it'll be Wildcats football at our own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 going the other way with 3:24 left in the third. Let's go score.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much else to be said but go score.
Yeah, I'm ready to put this thing away before we even get to the fourth quarter. It's been too close for too long. Wildcats with the football, 1st and 10. Sammy Signs takes the snap. He'll run. Flag way back in the defensive secondary. He carries it to the 48-yard line.
I didn't see what that was going to be.
I didn't either. Referee is going to walk as slow as he can to the middle of the field.
How do you know that's not as fast as he can walk?
He looks like an athletic guy. Illegal substitution against the Cubs declined. It'll be 2nd down. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. That's a First Federal Bank first down to the 46-yard line for Blayton Solis.
Good job by Blayton.
1st and 10 Littlefield in Brownfield territory. Here's the snap. Sammy will keep over the right side, pushes it to the 40, and will be down. His forward progress stopped at the 39. What the heck was he doing?
He was just joking, saying that he got pushed. He was going to throw himself back.
Simon kind of jump out of the pile. I didn't know what was happening. 2nd down and 3. Here's the snap. He hands it off. There's another first down. Solis breaks through to the 25-yard line. That's a First Federal Bank first down. Blayton Solis on the carry.
You know, just keep letting Blayton Solis power his way through.
We've had the most offensive success tonight just running it between the tackles. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Sammy keeps, gets through. He's to the 15 and will be pushed down to the 12-yard line. That's another First Federal Bank first down. And the Cubs, again, slow to get up. Let's wear them out, boys. 1st and 10. Yeah, Littlefield's going to use a timeout, it looks like. No, Brownfield. Brownfield timeout. It's a Bill Wells Chevrolet timeout. We'll take it with them, and we'll be back with more Wildcats football right after this.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. Football season is here, so take the winning drive to Bill Wells and score big. We have the largest inventory in Plainview, great financing options, and a team that will treat you like family. At Bill Wells, we are professional grade, and we want to be your car dealer for life. Click on BillWellsChevrolet.com or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in Plainview.
Where your next car's in Plainview.
Welcome back to Littlefield Wildcats football after the timeout taken. Littlefield will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 12. Sammy Signs out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Blayton Solis over the right side. He gets to the 5. He's still fighting for yardage, and he's down to the 2-yard line. And another Brownfield player rolling around. It's going to be, can we get a first down? It's like 2nd and 1 from the 3. The ball's on the 3. So we can get a first down if we get it inside the 2. We have another injury timeout. 2:01 left here in the third quarter. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest brings you the third quarter. Let me turn you on so you can talk to me.
No, just, jeez.
Sorry about that.
Can't even talk anymore. Well, that's fine because I was fixing to set my headset down while I get this piece of corn out of my teeth because I shouldn't have eaten the corn on the break. I don't think I want to hear me picking at my teeth trying to get a kernel out.
I don't know who taught you to eat corn on the cob, but that thing looks like a rat got a hold of it.
Y'all can see my corn cob. There's like a bite at the top.
You're supposed to go down the line, man.
There's like a bite at the top, a bite down at the bottom. So if y'all ever see me out in public eating corn, don't judge me.
Good grief. Second down and 1 from the 3. Littlefield has the ball after the injury timeout. Sammy Signs takes the snap. They give to Soli. This is Jaden Barrio. Price is the deep snapper. Flag on the play. The extra point kick is blocked. We'll see what the flag is. Offsides on them, so we'll get to re-kick it. It's easy to block it when you cheat.
If I was Sammy, I think I would have let that one go. Run all the way down. And
Sammy picked it up and tried to make a play there, but now he's kind of walking gingerly on his ankle back to the line of scrimmage.
That being said, Sammy couldn't see the far side official throw the flag.
That's true. So here's Barrio once again to try the extra point. High snap, but the hold is down. Good job there. As the kick goes through, and the Wildcats lead this game by a score of 36-14. We'll be back right after this.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West along with Ryan West, Olivia Seha on the camera. And it's 35-14. I said 36 before we went to break. It's 35-14, Littlefield on top. Wildcats will kick it off here. Minute 54 left in the third quarter of play. There's the kick. Ground ball picked up at the 30. It'll be returned. Big collision at the 40. It'll be their ball there.
Number 52, Ivan Hernandez.
Yeah, it came flying in there, made a big hit. Kind of stop him in his tracks. Next week, the Coahoma Bulldogs come to town. The Littlefield Wildcats will have their homecoming game. We'll complete with the crowning of the homecoming queen at halftime. Hoping for a sellout crowd on the home side tomorrow, next Friday night.
I was going to say, that should be a fun one.
It's going to be our toughest test of the season. No doubt Coahoma is legit. So here we go, 1st and 10. Cubs at their own 40-yard line. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls. Their starter is back in the game, completes the pass to Timmons. The tackle is made immediately by the Wildcats. A nice job there by Eddie Gomez to bring down the receiver. Correction, Gabe Mata. Gain of about 7 makes it 2nd down and 3 from the 47. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off. Wildcats are there to wrap him up and bring him down. No gain on the play. That was Jonas coming off the edge. Wrapped him up and brought him down. 3rd down and 3 now for the Cubs.
Got Coach Bryant yelling pass.
Double slot formation. Quarterback, running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. He looks to throw to the sideline, complete for the 1st down at the 45 of the Wildcats. Ball is now in Littlefield territory. Their quarterback, Braylon Bruno, the senior, got his ankle. He came out with an injury, missed a series, got his ankle taped up, and now he's back out there slinging it. We're down to 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. They'll have to run a play. Play clock is down to 13. First and 10 for Brownfield. 1-0. Throw the flag. They do. That'll be a delay of game. Yep. Push them back. 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. I think Littlefield thought the quarter was over, but
start running to the sideline. Water time.
So now they'll roll the clock, and I don't think they'll get a playoff. They won't. That'll do it for the Continental Dairy Facilities third quarter here on the broadcast. Littlefield leads this game 35-14 as we are headed to the fourth quarter. We'll be back right after this.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchtone Energy cooperative.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit durablebuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football as we start the fourth quarter of play. Brownfield has the ball, 1st and 15, near midfield at the 49-yard line. Wildcats lead the game 35-14. Here's the snap. Bruno looking to throw, has all day. Now he's flushed out, throws complete on the near sideline. They get to the 40 and out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and that'll be a first down or close to it for Brownfield.
You know, that was just a good look by Brownfield, kind of scrambling and finding an open receiver out here.
Our fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Hillcrest Funeral Home. 11:45 left in this football game. Quarterback out of the shotgun, trips on the right side, single receiver on the left. Here's the snap. They throw complete on the near sideline. He's going to head to the end zone. Touchdown. Sammy Signs went on the blitz. And they completed the pass on the near sideline. Our corner here on the edge, Eddie Gomez, fell down, and the receiver, once he catches the ball, there's nobody to stop him.
Yeah, and you know, that's just unfortunate, but now you can't let them get any life in the fourth quarter. There's still a lot of time.
35-20, Littlefield on top. The extra point kick to come for Brownfield. It's up and good. 35-21. Littlefield leads here in the fourth quarter. Brownfield has just scored for the first time since the first half. We'll take a break and we'll be back right after this.
AAA Truck Federated Auto Parts isn't a chain store. It's locally owned by your neighbors who really care about you. John and Charlene McBride and their staff are here to make sure you get the right part at the right price. In addition to quality federated parts, AAA also provides expert vehicle repair, offering oil changes for less money than out-of-town counterparts. Plus, brake jobs, air conditioner service, and more. There's no reason to go anywhere else for auto parts or auto repair. AAA Federated Auto Parts, located north of Littlefield on Highway 385, quality automotive parts and accessories, and Littlefield owned and operated.
Welcome back in to Brownfield, Texas, where the Wildcats lead this game by a score of 35-21 now. After Brownfield scores make it a little bit closer. The battle of the fields. Cubs will kick it off from the south 40. 11:38 left in the game. The Hillcrest Funeral Home fourth quarter.
Gonna have to hold the ball. It started getting a little, I don't know if it's been like this the whole time or if it kind of picked up.
It's just, you haven't noticed because you're into the game, but wind hasn't stopped. We're gonna have to use a holder there. Onside kick attempt. Jose Payan falls on it. It'll be Littlefield ball at the 46 yard line.
Yeah, good job staying with the ball. Don't let it roll away.
So it will be 1st and 10 Littlefield with good field position after the onside kick by Brownfield was recovered by the Wildcats. I can't believe that after tonight the season will be half over.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
The regular season, it's just flying by. Littlefield comes in at 4-0, trying to go to 5-0 tonight. Here we go, 1st and 10, Sammy Signs hands it off. Solis, no running room. There'll be no gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Wildcats come back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down. Sammy takes the snap, he'll keep. Over the right side, gets to the 50, jukes a guy, and gets to the 47. Nice gain there on 2nd and 10. That'll make it 3rd and about 3. Wildcats back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 3 in Brownfield territory. Here's the snap. Solis right up the middle, gets the 1st down. He's to the 40 and down to the 38-yard line. It's a First Federal Bank 1st down for Blayton Solis. And Idalou's blowing out Shallowater tonight. Just looked at that score.
Wow.
1st and 10 Littlefield. Here's the snap. They're going to give to Solis over the left side. He's got some running room, and he'll carry to the 32-yard line. That's about a 6-yard gain. Makes it 2nd down and 4. Sammy takes the snap. He'll keep. Breaks a tackle, flag on the play. He gets the 1st down, but I think it's coming back on a hold. He pushes his way to the 22. Oh, no, it's going to be offsides on them. I'm sure we'll decline that penalty. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 deep into Brownfield territory at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one develop where they jumped off sides a little bit.
Kind of thought they'd been doing it all night. Sammy takes the snap on 1st down, hands it off. Blayton up the middle, carries to about the 18, maybe the 17-yard line. 4-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 6, right back to the line. Signs takes the snap, he'll keep. Up the middle to the 15-yard line, broke a couple of tackles to get it to the 13. And Sammy and Blayton are just taking turns running the ball right at him. I mean, Blayton carries and Sammy carries. Now it's Blayton's turn. 3rd and 1. Sammy takes the snap, gives to Blayton. Oh, he's tripped up, but he falls forward. Might have gotten the 1st down. And there's another Brownfield player shaken up. According to the spot, he may not have gotten the 1st down. It'll be 4th and very short after this injury timeout. But in the early 4th quarter in Idalou tonight, Idalou leads Shallowater 45-13. That's a big old surprise for me. Plainview continues their lead over Lubbock Cooper at the start of the 4th quarter. The Bulldogs lead 37-22 over Cooper in Plainview tonight. A couple of surprising games there. Post came back on Farwell, by the way. Post leads at 24-19. 2 minutes left in that game.
Must be a second half team.
In Farwell. Yeah, they did the same thing to Slayton last week. Fell behind early, then came back to win it. And Slayton's taking out their frustration on Morton tonight, 55-16. The poor Indians.
I know. Let's take it to college football real quick. I'm keeping an eye on this game. It's 4th and goal with 43 seconds left in the 4th. I think FSU just scored. As I was saying, I think Florida State just scored. I think this game's going to overtime.
It's a 1-point game, Virginia and Florida State.
Yep, Florida State just scored. They're going to overtime. Unless they go for 2, go for the win, but I wouldn't risk that, especially if you're ranked number 8.
Yep.
But back to high school.
4th and less than a yard for Littlefield after the injury timeout. Wildcats have the ball. Sammy goes under center. Long count and a flag on the play. That's going to be a false start on us.
Yeah, when we saw the hard count or heard the hard count and the flags come out, you're like, oh, that's on us.
So 4th and less than a yard will turn into 4th and about 6. Still going for it. We're in 4-down territory. Seminole handed Denver City a 60 burger, and there's still like 10 minutes left in that game. It's like 61 zip. Here we go, 4th and 6 Littlefield, 8:55 left in this game. Wildcats need another score. Sammy takes the snap, looking to throw, goes to the end zone, falls incomplete. Nobody had a chance at it, and it goes over on downs.
I mean, you might as well have tried it. 4th down. You get what I'm saying.
I'm old school.
Yeah, we know. Get the 5-yard gain. 4th and 2.
If it's 4th and 2, just get the 2.
4th and 2. Run the ball up the middle. Well, we've heard it all game.
I like this. It's because we're playing on grass. I'm feeling nostalgic. It's where football used to be played back in the day.
I'd hope so.
Used to be played on grass, and a lot of fields it was like, sticker patch.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah. You get up with some goat heads in your elbow. 1st and 10, Brownfield with the football going the other way after the Wildcats turn it over on downs. Here's a handoff up the middle. Littlefield turns him back after about a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 for Brownfield. 8:27 left in the Hillcrest Funeral Home 4th quarter. 35-21 Cats. Here's a Bill Wells Chevrolet timeout. Taken by Brownfield. We'll take it with them. And we'll be back with more Littlefield Wildcats football right after this.
Needing a tow can ruin your day. Whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center. With affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts, Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit EnergyFitnessLFD.com for more information.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football. After the Brownfield timeout, they've got the ball 2nd down and 6. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Little sidearm pass complete. Broken tackle. They've got the 1st down to the 34-yard line.
Oh, that was an impressive throw.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10. Brownfield's got some pieces. I think this is a much improved team than what we saw last year when we played them. They've got a few players on this team. Here's the snap, low. Quarterback picks it up, throws it over the middle, throws it right into the arms of Jaden Barrio. Jaden headed to the sideline, will be tripped up at the 40-yard line. Jaden Barrio gets the interception. Hey, brag on that Brownfield quarterback some more. Talk about him being good, and then he throws a pick. And Jaden Barrio gets another interception on the season.
Yeah, good job by Jaden Barrio. You know, he just was in the area. Threw it right to him.
And Jaden gets his 3rd interception of the year. And it'll be 1st and 10 Littlefield going the other way. Sammy signs out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off. Over the right side, we'll gain about 3. That's Daniel Rojas now back in at running back for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 7. Snap. Sammy will keep. He's got a hole up the middle. Breaks through, gets the 1st down, and he'll be stood up at about the 27-yard line, but that'll be a First Federal Bank 1st down.
You know, the offensive line is still working.
4th quarter is kind of where we shine up front. Our boys don't get tired. 1st and 10. Here's the snap, flag. We might commit a false start, but we don't get tired.
I was going to say, we jump off sides. Or I'm sorry, we false start.
5-yard penalty on the Wildcats. 6 minutes and 54 seconds left in this game. It'll be 1st and 15 now after the penalty. The snap, Sammy hands it off right up the middle, Rojas. About a 5-yard gain back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Right back to the line. Here we go. Sammy hands it off. Rojas, not much running room, might have gained a yard.
No, I'm liking the play calls.
Yeah, I mean, that's what was working in the first half. When we come back and give them a heavy dose in the second half of just running it right at them. Flags on the plays. Could be a free play. Sammy chunks it to the end zone, and there's going to be a tackle made before the ball even gets there, and another flag comes out.
I mean,
that may be 2 penalties on them, offsides and also pass interference. Meeting of the minds at about the 34-yard line. Offsides, them, declined. Pass interference, them, accepted. And that may be a half the distance deal because it's a 15-yard penalty, and we had it on the 27. So it'll be a half the distance to the goal. Pass interference call. And they'll put it at the, 12, 13? 1st and 10, Littlefield. Here's the snap. Rojas right up the middle, carries to the end zone. It's a Heffington Farms Wildcats touchdown. Right up the middle, nobody touched him.
It's a huge hole.
Great job by the Littlefield offensive line. Rojas takes it to the house. That makes it 41-21, Littlefield on top. Here's Barrio for the extra point kick. Jaden puts it right down the middle to make it 42-21. Littlefield on top, 5:58 left. Here in the 4th quarter of play, we'll be back.
Think big, print big with Slate Group. Slate Group is an experienced commercial printer specializing in all your printing needs. From large to small quantities and quick turnaround times, Slate Group is the only call to make. In addition, we offer customized promotional products Our focus on quality craftsmanship can be seen on print collateral across the nation. Located at 6024 45th Street in Lubbock, our Slate Group team is local and committed to helping you achieve and surpass your goals. Visit us online at www.slategroup.com to discover how we can deliver an exceptional product that elevates your presence.
Littlefield Wildcats just recovered a fumble, and I don't guess anybody's been able to hear like the last 5 minutes, and I apologize for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they could see it. They just couldn't hear it. That might have been better for some people. Some people might have been at home watching the game saying it's about time they shut up.
Hey.
Second down and 6 after a gain of 4. Littlefield with the ball. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Hillcrest Funeral Home brings you the fourth quarter. Now Littlefield trying to use as much time as we can. Brownfield is out of timeouts. So let's burn it.
I think they're going to take it to the 2-minute warning.
Let's burn it down. Yep, there's 5 seconds on the game clock and 7 seconds on the play clock. So now we'll get down to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute timeout taken. And we'll take it with them. With Littlefield on top, 42-21, 2 minutes left in this game. We'll be right back.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
On your corner and in your corner, headquartered in Littlefield, Texas since 1946, First Federal Bank is your hometown bank with hometown personalities. No name changes, no 1-800 numbers, no branches, just roots right here in Littlefield, Texas, home of the Fighting Wildcats. Come in and join the winning team and experience First Federal Bank hospitality today. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 494763.
Welcome back in as we join play in progress. The Littlefield Wildcats just ran it up the middle for a couple, and now it's 3rd down and 4. It was 2nd and 6 before the 2-minute warning. Now it's 3rd and 4. Jonas Camacho on the carry for the Wildcats.
Just try and get this first down, and then I think it's time for victory formation.
Down to 1:27 and rolling. Littlefield trying to use time here with a 42-21 lead. Sammy takes the snap. They give to Camacho up the middle. He breaks through for the first down to the 31-yard line, and that's another First Federal Bank first down. And that should seal the deal. Brownfield with no timeouts. The Wildcats now can just take a knee a couple of times, and Littlefield is going to get out of here with a tough win. I thought we were going to come in here and blow them out. It wasn't easy.
No, always expect the unexpected.
Well, especially when you have a team that's hungry for a win and they're getting better. It looks like Brownfield, you probably wouldn't know it by looking at their scores this year, but this is a better team than what we played last year. Play clock down to 2, the snap, and Sammy takes the knee, and we won't have to run another play. And the Littlefield Wildcats are going to win it by a final score of 42-21, and Littlefield improves to 5-0 at the midpoint of the 2025 season. We've got one more non-district game. That's next week against Coahoma. It's going to be our toughest game of the season, at least so far. And we need a big crowd out there to cheer on the Wildcats. It's homecoming, of course, so it's going to be a bigger than usual crowd, but we need everybody in town to come and cheer on this undefeated Littlefield Wildcats team, 5-0 after a 42-21 win over Brownfield tonight. Of course, if you can't make it out to the stadium next week, we'll be there with a broadcast here on the Littlefield Sports Network, back in the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium. And just to give our viewers another quick update on the college game that you've been watching the whole time, kind of keeping an eye on the score of the whole game. They're, in double overtime, Virginia over Florida State?
Yeah, they went into double overtime, and Virginia just scored a touchdown.
So we'll see what happens there in the college ranks. And, of course, the Wildcats will go home victorious tonight. Your final score, 42-21. Littlefield comes away with a big win Tonight's Littlefield Wildcats football action has been brought to you on the Littlefield Sports Network by our presenting sponsors. They're the Littlefield ISD, First Federal Bank of Littlefield, Wildcat Laundry, Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, Hillcrest Funeral Home, and Wellington State Bank. Also by the following title sponsors: Triple T Irrigation and Heffington Farms, the Lance Insurance Agency, and Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. Our broadcast booster sponsors this year are Brown Flying Service, Always Towing, the Lamb County Electric Cooperative, Durable Builds, AAA Truck Federated Auto Parts, Energy Fitness, Fades and Foils by Amanda, Fibermax Cotton by BASF, and the Slate Group. And once again, we want to remind everybody, head on out to Wagley Florist for all of your homecoming mums, garters, etc. Wagley Florist on Highway 54 west of town. Visit them for all your homecoming needs. Homecoming 1 week from tonight in Littlefield. Ryan, appreciate it as always. Good job.
Of course, thanks.
Olivia, thanks for your work on the camera tonight and also for the corn. Great job. That's going to do it for us tonight. Make it a great evening, everyone.